Let's be honest, the red pill is dying. It's over. It's over because like there was a lot of hype around this, like, oh, the Matrix, bro, how do we make it out? And then like there's this excitement, there's hype around it, and I got in at the right time, hit the wave at the right time. You know, I was red pill raging when the red pill was blowing up, so it was perfect. You know, screaming at a camera, wake up, wake up! And then now, like, okay, you know, live life now. Can't be screaming at a camera about Satan every single day. There's only so much you can say about the red pill, right? Get a girl with a low body count, don't watch porn, go to the gym. Boom, done. You know what's really not red pilled? Talking about the red pill all day long, nonstop. Actually being red pill, if you talk about truth, is going and enjoying life, becoming better every single day, being around good people, having a good circle, enjoying the world. Like that's the best thing you could do with your life. I'm not dropping red pill at all. Red pill never goes away. You can't just leave the red pill. There is more types of content that I want to do because just talking about the same stuff all day long, like what are we accomplishing? You're literally, if you just do this all day long, you literally become a guy biking across a van full of random men that don't know you. That's your life now. That's your life. If you make that everything you do, it's not that I'm leaving the red pill. It's that I don't want to be 55 years old wearing a beanie in my house talking about you need to get. That's not it. Why? I don't want to become that. There's better things that I want to be doing with my time. That's not grifting. That's just not like staying in an echo chamber full of. That's what it is.
But the mistake that's made here in this space is that the hate feels good when you heard it.
Listen to me, bro. Listen to you, dog. Because I promise you, you might mess up your entire life being an F-boy, and then you're gonna look back and you're gonna be single at 45, talking about I ain't never gonna get married. It's a lot of losers out here at age 35 and 40 and stuff like that. I ain't never gonna get married. I ain't never gonna have no family, bro. No high value woman wants you because every high value woman gonna want to start a family. You want to know why? Because starting a family is one of your biggest purposes as a man, bro. The first thing he said, avoid marriage. Then he said, avoid family creation. Well, I mean, basically don't have a family, don't have kids. And then the third was to get a vasectomy in your 20s. Talk about avoiding accountability. Y'all get on women about avoiding accountability all the time. I'm gonna get a vasectomy so I could just go crazy. Hysterectomy so that she couldn't get pregnant, so that she could be hoeing around, bruh. You would be, that's disgusting. And the reason why it's so dangerous is because this is influencing the youth.
He has a point. I think that when it comes to those extremes, when those extremes are being said, get a vasectomy, don't get married, don't do that. Those are just, it's not literally saying do that to go the rest of your life with. What it's saying is, this is how important it is for a man to focus on himself. The energy that's coming out of red pill causes men to vibrate at a low vibration, which means that the more of this that you watch, the more you start to watch your personal life go into shambles. And I've told guys, I can't dedicate myself to being red pill and putting women down because it gets views, because I'll feel my own shock aura in my body, and then my personal life would just dissolve. That's what's happening with the red pill. We have too many guys that are here and they're becoming comfortable with a loser life, that this is their way of lashing out.
These podcasts with these red pill kind of guys that talk like, oh, we don't want baby mamas, we want a virgin, we want this, that, and the other.
But wait, are they not allowed to their own what they want?
This is why I know. It's not interesting then. What happens is if I have a conversation with you, you have a conversation with me, and I'm sitting there and you say, well, I dated an influencer before and it didn't work out. Yeah. You're drawing on experience. I'm learning something first. But when you've just watched Kevin Samuels for 5 hours straight, and then you're talking like, oh, we don't want this, we don't want that. There's no interest in the conversation. It's boring. It's a bit like when I talk to a really staunch feminist. If I ask her her views on abortion or gender or something, I know what she's going to say before talking to her. Why do I need to talk to her? She loses what is unique about her. Her experience. Things being divisive and they can get them clickbait. Yeah, absolutely. But how do you get respect?
When you're respected in real life, when people walk up to you, they're proud to shake your hand. They're proud to say, hey, that's ANTHONYSPADE. I can't always go on TV and go on YouTube and start talking this yada yada for some bots to fucking like me and make me part of the cool kids. We ain't got that to do. That's why the red pill is strictly for people that are online and you're stuck here and you're not going nowhere. There's nothing wrong for you to sit inside of your room and just be happy with hating women all day. Nothing wrong with that. But don't complain when women don't want you. Don't complain when you ain't driving the car you want. Don't complain when you can't buy the clothes you want. Don't complain when you don't do that. Nobody in the world cares if you have chosen not to be the best version of yourself, but we don't want you to complain when the world doesn't adjust to your laziness.
Be like physically abusive.
You gotta endure. People are too.
You want to stick in
Do me a favor and watch this video.
Divorce. That's not a real thing.
even though it might be like physically abusive.
You gotta endure. People are too.
You want to stick in
People
relationship.
are just.
I mean, look,
people
I'm gonna be
nowadays
honest.
are just. Situation.
This guy goes by the name of MLD and is considered a thought leader in the red pill manosphere. And not only does this clown say shit like this, he also talks about wanting to hit women. The red pill movement is imploding because its thought leaders are endorsing men like this. It's becoming obvious that the goal of the red pill thought leaders isn't to have healthy relationships in their own lives and in turn to teach other men how to have them as well, but instead their main goal is to denigrate women because of their unresolved rage. Any self-respecting guy is willing to say that yes, after a breakup, red pill can be useful because certain ideas in it can help you avoid toxic relationships in the future. But it's also becoming obvious the longer you stay in red pill land, the more angry and distorted your soul will become. And the fact this guy is a red pill thought leader is proof.
Right. One thing you could say about Anthony Spade, I think I've always said this. I think this is why I stick to more motivation for men, more mental health for men, because I've said this time and time again. The longer you sit in this space, the more angrier you're going to be with life because you're standing still, injecting bad energy. Now, some guys' energy is so bad, you can't leave. You only know hate. You would never get better. And it's sad, but that's what it is. Once you vibrate to a lower vibration, you're going to be fighting, trying to get up out of there.
Community.
What's the problem with the red pill movement?
The problem is that the red pill community has completely misunderstood the meaning behind the Matrix. Right-wingers, conservatives, misogynists have co-opted pop culture references without even understanding what they mean. Taking the red pill or being red pilled is obviously a reference to the movie The Matrix. The main character has a choice between taking the blue pill, which means they accept the oppression of the machines, or taking the red pill and waking up to the truth that they're under this oppression. The alt-right then took taking the red pill to mean something completely different. To them, taking the red pill has mean waking up to the fact that society is run by progressives and that feminism in particular is holding men back from, I don't know, getting laid or something. So not only is this silly, but it completely goes against the message of the movie. The Matrix was made by two trans women, Lily and Lana Wachowski, which makes it so ironic that people use this movie to reference their own hatred towards LGBTQ.
Ooh, that's the big one. That's the big, I didn't know that. I did not know that the writers of the movie The Matrix is actually a lesbian couple. Are you kidding me? Did you know that? Get in the comments and let me know that you knew that. That the writers of the movie The Matrix, Red Pill, is actually a lesbian couple. This is getting deep. Let's get back to it. This is getting deep.
The main themes of The Matrix is how people can explore and adopt new identities through a digital space. Practically every character rejects their given name and adopts a new gender-neutral one.
Twitch.
The hero goes from Thomas Anderson to Neo. The main villain of the movie insists on using Neo's socially acceptable given name, Mr. Anderson, which is essentially the same as dead naming someone. Even their iconic wardrobe is androgynous. The Matrix explores the idea that we can transcend the limitations of our physical body and do impossible things with it. Originally, there was supposed to be a character called Switch that would switch genders depending on whether they were in the Matrix or the real world. The red pill itself is even analogous to hormone therapy because in the 90s, estrogen was given to trans women through a little red pill. So it's so frustrating that right-wingers will reference media that they consider too liberal and too woke to promote their own hateful ideology and completely miss the point of that media in the first place. It's scary to me that conservatives, right-wingers, misogynists, whoever will adopt popular imagery to make their more radical messaging more palatable and unassuming. They can package their very complicated and misguided messaging into something that seems very innocent precisely because it's so popular and recognizable. Everybody wants to imagine that they've taken the red pill and see the truth of things. It's a cool image from a cool movie, but if you don't look deeper into what people mean by being red-pilled, you could be being led to agree with some pretty awful ideas.
That's what I agree with him with right there. I agree with that. And the reason why is because the red pill is eye-opening to everything. It's the entire knowledge. What does that mean? It's more like, all right, this girl hurt me, but guess what? I can prevent her by hurting me by getting smarter. Men don't want to self-evaluate themselves. They're just looking to put the blame on someone else because you think you done sat still long enough and gained a lot of knowledge and that you know everything. That's pretty much what's going on here whenever it comes to the red pill. We have a whole bunch of smart-ass dudes that know everything about everything else in the world but their own life. Is the red pill good? I think it's good for you guys to come here and learn about women after you get your heart broke. I admit that. But I can say this, it's bad when you actually start to believe you know more than the rest of the world, but yet your life is in shambles. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. So we're going to leave that subject alone when it comes to the Sneako. Sneako walked away from Red Pill. Andrew Tate walking away from Red Pill. I can almost guarantee you Fresh and Fit probably get ready to go down that road as well.